everyone, today we are going to be doing our foundation, or my foundation routine, whatever. And I'm using Makeup Forever's Ultra HD foundation, and don't forget to shake it. I switch between 3 different foundations, but this is the one that I typically reach for. I also use Kat Von D's Lock-It foundation and Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and all 3 are beautiful, but this is just the one that I tend to reach for the most. And I just pump one pump and dot it around my face and then blend it out with a beauty blender. This is just one pump, but I do go back in with another pump just to cover more redness. Depending on the time of the month, I get more red around my nose. And you'll see that one pump isn't covering it today, so we have to do 2. And don't forget to blend it on your ears and down your neck and into your hairline, because wearing a mask isn't cute, just saying. And for whatever reason, I don't even know, I don't fake tan, I don't spray tan, lay in bed, none of that. But my face is paler than the rest of my body. Not exactly sure how that works out, but it does. That's just how I am. So I feel like this foundation pretty much evens me out. So I'm all one color. And here you see me going in with that second pump. In fact, I believe I have just put a half pump on this time, just to even things out a little bit. The lights make this foundation set faster than it normally would, so I had a little bit more splotchiness than normal, but that's what I'm evening out. Next up is my concealer, and I love this concealer. Love it. It's amazing. Oh, it's gonna get cray-cray. You can see it. I'm already excited for the craziness. I just do triangles under my eyes, which is very Kardashian, but I like the way that it structures my face. And I'm starting the contouring process already by bringing it down the sides of my nose. Uh-oh, I'm getting sassy. And I also bring this on my Cupid's bow, the tip of my chin, the tip of my nose, and my forehead. And then I blend it out with my beauty blender. And it looks crazy, I know, it looks insane. But it all works out in the end, I promise. And how I lived without my beauty blender for so long, I can't even tell you. I love this thing so much. I need another one, as you can tell. It's starting to crack. But it still works, so I can't do that yet. And just blend until you are flawless, which is super easy to do with the beauty blender. And the reason I take it up the sides of my nose is to make it look like the area under my eyes is bigger than what it is. So then my nose in turn appears smaller. Which, who doesn't want a smaller nose, right? I would kill for a smaller nose, but I'm terrified of surgery, so that's not going to happen. And don't forget to work it into the corner of the eye as well, because that also will brighten your face. Okay, now that we are all blended and ready to go. Oops, my nose ring keeps popping out. Now we are going to set the under eyes with e.l.f. high definition powder. And I'm actually baking or cooking, whatever you want to call it. I just take a fair amount of the powder on my beauty blender and I press it into the skin, and then I let it sit there for a while. I just let it sit until my contour is done, like when I contour my cheeks, and then I brush it away. And that's a fair amount of time to keep it on there, and I think it brightens more. Some people say that they can't tell the difference, but I can, so I do it. And we do look crazy once again, but that's okay. And I didn't apply highlighter on my jawline, but I do cook with it. And it's just going to help reinforce the contour when we're done. You can already tell it's bringing structure. But next up, we're doing more structure with Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. And I will be using the middle bottom color with my NARS Ida brush. Ida? Anyone know how to say that? I'm kind of clueless. And the fishy face. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm just showing you here. I know where it is on me, but I'm showing you. You find your cheekbone and you go just a tiny bit above where it ends. And that's going to help structure your face. And you go from, it's typically at the top of your ear that you can find it, and you bring it down to the corner of your mouth. And when you blend up towards your eye, because if you blend down, you're going to look like you have a beard. And I mean, if you're into that, that's totally cool, but that's not where I'm trying to take this, so I blend up. And it got a little dark, so I'm going to take my beauty blender and blend it out. And I used the wrong side of the beauty blender, and I put some butter on there, so it looks a little muddy right now, but we will fix it. No worries. Now I am taking my Real Techniques blush brush and sweeping away the excess powder that we don't need. And we can also start to blend the contour so it's not as harsh. And under those lights, like in real life, it looked okay, but in those lights it did look a little dark, so that's why I'm kind of panicking and really blending, because it did look super harsh. And then I take whatever is on my brush and I set the rest of my face with it. I have a very expressive face, so I have some fine lines on my forehead, and the concealer and foundation love to settle there, so I blend it out and then set it. That way it's good to go. It is not budging. My favorite time, highlight. I am taking Anastasia Beverly Hills Crushed Pearl. This is the Glow Kit in Gleam. And I will be taking that color on a Real Techniques foundation brush and sweeping that on the high planes of my face. I see everybody using a fan brush and I just don't understand. It doesn't... I like a denser brush. I think you get better color payoff. You don't have to use as much product. But to each their own, right? This is just what I like to do. So I put it on my cheekbones. I put it on the tip of my nose. My Cupid's bow. And a little bit on my chin. I don't really put any on my forehead area because I think it makes me look greasy. And then I go back in with the contour palette in the same color and just a random brush. This is a Real Techniques eyeshadow brush just because it was laying there. And I will contour my nose. Now if you look at your nose straight on in natural lighting, you will see where the shadows naturally fall. To get your nose to look slimmer, you're going to cheat that line and bring it in closer together. This is going to make your nose look slimmer and longer. And like I said before, who does not want that? And then I just do the Marilyn Monroe trick where I do the little triangle at the tip. I have a very turned up nose to begin with, so I don't need much help making it look turned up, but I do like it to look slim. And then I just continue reinforcing that contour until I am happy and blending it out. And then I take a brownish blush from MAC and I put this in my contour as well, a little bit further up, but this just helps to reinforce it and blend everything together and give you a rosy glow.